Hey, that's right. If you seeing me, you know what it is. It's Wednesday, and I got that midweek medicine for you, baby. I got that dose, that good thing that you need. I'm Miguel Brown, Mr. Vision Quest, Mr. Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. I am that agent of change that you need right now, and right here on this midweek medicine platform, this is ground zero for change. Let's dive into it. Y'all seen the title, He-Man, Activate Your Power, right? I'm going to break that down, but what we're really talking about today is your will, really using your will. And I'm going to break that down into three areas. The first one is you activate your will, okay? After you activate your will, you need to operate in your will. And after you operate in your will, it's time to execute your will, okay? Now, before I break them three down, before I get into them, I want you to think about this. When you think about will, it's a couple of things come to mind. You think of what God gave us to be able to make our own decisions, right? And not be led by anybody. You think of using your will as being resilient. You think of using your will as let's say pushing towards something, working hard for something, a definitive direction in which you want to go into something that you want to achieve, something you want to accomplish. And these are the things that we associate when we talk about using our will to get things done and stuff like that, right? Let's go back to He-Man. Now, if you were born around the time I was in the 1980s, you probably know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. But if you don't and you a young buck, go Google He-Man, Masters of the Universe, not that 2000 remake that they did. I'm talking about way back when in the 1980s when it came out. He-Man, my man He-Man, right? He-Man, his real name was Adam. He was Prince Adam, right? And Prince Adam was a cool, laid-back dude. He had his friends and everything. He had his right-hand man, which was his cat, Cringer, which was supposed to be a tiger, but it was a punk. It was scared. And my man, He-Man, walked around. He's the prince. He got on, these boot things and little briefs, and he got a pink and white shirt on. He's pretty laid-back, chill, confident in who he is and everything. But the one thing about Adam is that when it came time for something serious, when some real opposition showed his face, when he had to make a decision is whether I'm going to fight for my friends and fight for what I love, or I'm going to run and hide, my man had to dig down deep to a whole nother power that he didn't even know he had. But then when he found out he had it, he would unleash this power. And my man would do, anybody would that know me, or anybody that can relate to what I'm talking about, y'all gonna know the favorite part of the cartoon always was my man, when he knew something was coming and that opposition was happening, my man would find a little spot, he would take a step back, whip out the sword, hit him with by the powers of Grayskull, I have the power! Boom, boom! It's lightning everywhere, it's flashing lightning up. My man swole up, he get big, he turns from Adam into He-Man, right? And see, the thing is, now that he tapped into this power, in this power, he know who he is. He know what he's capable of. He know all his physical abilities, he know what he can do, he know how he's the strongest man, he's got all his power, right? So much power, he confident in who he is, right? Because you got to be confident, you got to believe in yourself. My man walked around in Uggs, little briefs. He had the little battle axe thing that had his nipples all out and all that crazy stuff, right? But he knew who he was. He was confident in who he was and what it is that he could do and the things that he could execute, right? But the thing is, the power that he tapped in was so strong, right? That he knew that it was going to be times when I was going to need a little bit more help. He would point his sword at his cat, Cringer, put the power, impart some power into Cringer, and Cringer would go from this scared tiger to this big tiger. His name was Battle Cat. Cringer could talk. Battle Cat didn't talk. He just roared and growled like rah, did all that, right? So the thing was, once Adam became He-Man, it wasn't no stopping. He was protecting his friends, his family, his place he lived, the castle. He was fighting the bad guys head on, but he knew that he had to go down deep. He had to find another source because he knew that Adam, his other self, couldn't handle what it is that he was doing. So in that moment, he got a choice. He's got Adam, which is his old self. He's got He-Man, which is his new self and who he needs to be, and then he got who he is right now. What you mean he got who he is right now? Because in us, it's another person down in us. And that other person down in us is going to determine how we handle what it is that we have to handle. How we deal with our go-throughs. How we handle the opposition and the struggles and everything. That person. Y'all probably have heard that the quote or whatever. You got two wolves inside you. The one that wins is the one that's fed. You're going to feed your old self, you're going to lay down and you're going to run, or you're going to feed the new you. Dig down deep for that power that can deal with all the opposition, that can stick through it, that can handle it. And if you need to, it's so powerful that you can give a little bit of that energy to the people around you and they feel it, and now they can tap into their own thing, and now they can handle what they got to handle. Think about that. Now, I'm not talking about just any old making a life, making a choice or whatever. I'm talking about really deciding a definitive choice in what you want. And this comes to the first step in what I was talking about in activating your will, okay? It's going to come a time where you're going to have to make a choice. And I'm not talking about no regular choice like going to the grocery store or getting your car fixed. I'm talking about them real choices, those defining moments in your life. You just found out you got cancer. What you gonna do? You in a situation where you trying to figure out if you gonna cheat on your wife while she pregnant with your baby. If you gonna give up on your marriage because your husband just not getting it. Are you gonna stop applying for jobs and going out for these things and trying to find what it is that you want to do? Are you going to it's the fourth quarter, it's the end of the school year, and you thinking about quitting? These are the choices that I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You working out, you want to work out, you want to go to the gym, you want to get better, you want to feel better, you want to look better. But you trying to figure out, do you want to start now or do you want to start tomorrow? As long as you keep starting tomorrow, you'll never start today and you'll never get to where you want to be. Right? Stay with me. Stay with me. So now, like I said, step one, you begin to activate your will and you make a definitive choice. Now, when you make this choice and you are clear about this choice and you are unwavering about the choice that you made, and why are you unwavering about the choice that was made? Because one, like I've been telling you, you know who you are. You believe in yourself and what you can do. And even if you don't believe in yourself just quite because of what it is that you're facing, other people around you believe in you enough until you believe in yourself. Right? So now you're operating it, you're working it, you've activated your will. Now, of course, you're going to be wavering a little bit because it's a choice. You're not sure. You're dealing with some things that you ain't had before. But then your mind lines up, your spirit lines up, your emotions line up, even your body lines up with the choice that you made, and you begin walking in that choice. You see each step of the process through what it is that you're doing. At first when you make that choice, things might be going good. Health might be good, might be doing the gym and everything, and you might be studying a little bit better. You might actually be talking to right people to help you out in your marriage and praying with the right people. You might be looking for that study group to help you out, but it comes a time where you're going to get smacked in the mouth with something that will devastate you. Right? That cancer moment comes up. That cheating moment comes up again. That quitting in the fourth quarter of the school year come up again. That I don't want to work this hard no more. Forget trying to apply for other jobs. Forget going for that next promotion. I'm tired of doing that. Now this moment comes up. And in this moment, now it's time to, we've activated the will. Now it's time to operate in the will. And now when you operate in the will, like I said, that's everything in sync. And you trying to figure out what is going on and what you need to do. But to do that, you have decided to tap into that power to do something else. Now, once you tap into the power, you've decided to go forward no matter what you're dealing with. And once you tap into the power, see what's going to happen is like when you're working out, for example. The other day I wanted to, I woke up about 6 in the morning, and I didn't want to, I wanted to lay back down. But instead of laying back down, something in me said, why don't you get up and go to the gym? No time wasted. You want to work out, you want to get better, use this opportunity. So I listened to that. Instead of rolling over and doing what my old self would have did just 2-3 weeks ago and sleeping some more, I decided to get up, push through the sleep, and go work for what I want to, and I've been banging ever since. In that moment that you're trying to figure out what to do with your life, because a doctor just told you got cancer and you don't know what to do with it, or you got some other ailment that could lead to death. You've lost a family member, whatever the scenario may be. Now it's time to push through that pain, right? So you've activated it by making the choice. Now you're starting to operate it in, because no matter what, like you're crying a little bit, it hurt, you battling with your decisions, but now it's time to execute your will. And by executing your will, you impose your will on the situations and the decisions that you have made in life to come out on the other side and to evolve, to get that promotion, to start your business, to save your marriage. You by imposing your will, you activate your stay power. What's your stay power? Your stay power is your ability to go through that hard trial and tribulation that you're dealing with. That struggle you're dealing with, that opposition you're dealing with. Y'all heard me say it before. When your struggle and the opposition come together, the birth child of that is strength and opportunity. You have an opportunity to engage and use a new strength that nobody ever seen you use. That's when you begin imposing your will. I will not die because of this bad report. That doctor told me I got a year. I got many more years to do, and I'm going to stand in that, and I'm going to do what I need to do. I want to work out. I'm not laying down. I'm getting up. I want to be the number one in my job. That means I got to get there 30 minutes early. I got to get there before the rest of them get there so I can get started before them. I can prepare my mind for before that. My study habits bad. Okay, I need to find somebody that's got good study habits so I can pick up on their study habits and get better. It's fourth quarter. I want to quit. I want to lay down. I don't want to deal with it. Forget graduation. No. That power that you activated, it's going to pull people to you. It's going to attract people to you to help you push. Perfect example with the gym. I said I wanted to start back in the gym. I was like 1 day, 2 days during the week. My cousin started getting back, right? On top of my cousin getting back, my brothers in Europe, Bulgaria. We don't even talk like that right now. All we can do is text. All of a sudden, he's sending me messages. He's sending me pictures of what he looked like now as he working out, bulking up and everything. It fired me up anymore. But why did that happen? Because I made a choice. I began operating in that choice, and now I'm executing that choice, and my mind, body, and soul is all lined up and in sync, and it's attracting what I need to do what I need to do. What are you doing? Look where we at. Look where I'm shooting this video at. Y'all see this is a stage. I got a chair up here. Y'all know what this is? This was my mother's old church. What did I do in here? I'm using this. This is what I call my dream moment. I come in here and I act as if I got a crowd of people in here and I begin speaking. I'm imposing my will on this world, and the universe don't have nothing to do but to follow me and begin bringing these things to me. Y'all don't understand. What are you doing? How are you activating? How are you operating? Dig down deep for that He-Man and push through the pain of what you're dealing with. You can do it. You have to do it. You don't have a choice. To say, I will not be defeated, that means you are saying to this world, you are saying to that struggle, you are saying to you getting better, that self-mastery of yourself. Let me tell you, let me backtrack it real quick. Listen to this. To self-mastery, in my opinion, in my words, is one thing that is doing the thing that you don't want to do. What is the thing? Whatever it is that you hate doing, you don't want to do, start doing it. And when you master that, that's where you'll learn what imposing your will is. That's where you'll figure it out. My job used to get me up at 4 in the morning. I hated getting up at 4 in the morning, so anytime I had to sleep, I would sleep. But now I got something new. I'm on a vision quest to become the best speaker internationally that I could ever be and touch many lives, right? Because I got that, sleep is not an option no more. I don't care how tired it is and how early I got to get up. That means I got to do it. I don't want to get up early, but I got to do it. Why I got to do it? Because my wife depending on me. My kids depending on me. It's people watching these videos depending on me. I have to do it. I must do it. I don't have a choice. So I have to impose my will on this world so that I can become what I want to come, so I can do what it is that God called me to do. What you gonna do with it? Tap into your inner He-Man. Put that sword up in there and call on the power that you got. It's there. You can do it. Stop making excuses. Effort and execution. That's what you need to get to where you're going. That's what you need to see through the problems that you're dealing with. Yes, I know divorce can be bad. Cancer is terrible. But that you're not dead yet. Don't die before it truly is your time. And that's with anything. That's not just a physical death or spiritual death. Death in your mind. Giving up is dying. Choosing to stay average is dying. You have a gift and a calling on your life. You got something powerful in you. Operate in it. Make the clear choice. Don't waver. No, it's no buts. It's no, I want to do this, but take the but out of there and just do. I told y'all the other day, stop trying. Start doing. When you start doing, you activate your will. When you activate your will, then you start operating in your will, and the universe will bend at its knees to see you successful in what it is you want to do, and then you're imposing your will by executing and having that state power, that He-Man power, that inside was here, because and you know who you are, you know who you be, and you can identify with that, and you can be the best at your job. You can be a better wife or a better husband. You can take care of the kids. You can be a better parent. You can be a better boss. You can get the job you want. You can graduate. You can beat that sickness that you have. Activate your will. Start using it. Operate in the power that you have. I guarantee you, I'll see you on another side of life where you have evolved past your old self. And now you're walking big, bold, and bad, right? That being said, I love you guys. Use what I'm saying. Apply it. Write it down. Take notes. Share the videos. Put people on, because I guarantee it'll bless it. It'll bless them. Until next week, or shoot, until I feel like doing something else quick, y'all follow the kids. Stay tuned with me. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. I love you. I'm out.